Hello, beautiful souls. Pam DuBois here with Dream Real Estate TV. And I am so excited and grateful to have with me special, the wonderful Dr. Suki Stone. And today we're actually going to share with you how she actually helps families, kids, adults with reading and reading in 14 days. Dr. Suki, thank you so much for being with us. And I can't wait to hear your story and how you actually are helping so many people and so many kids. Thank you.
I thank you for having me. It's a real treasure to be able to talk to you about what it is that I do. I've been doing it for 55 years. And it started for my program creating, it started with Julie, who was a second grader. And she struggled so much. She couldn't even read her name on a card. And I just prayed and said, "You have to help me. I've gotten all these reading programs and nothing's worked." And she would cry and blow her nose. I had to give her a Kleenex box on her desk. And when I came back the next day, I had her cut out pictures of things that she loved and do a collage. And that was the first word she learned to spell and learned to know what it was. And we were talking about banks. That was the first thing she cut out. And we talked about investing and when the tellers ask for your money and all kinds of words for her that related to banks. Mm-hmm. And she stopped me and she said, "But Dr. Stone, there's another kind of bank." And I said, "What other kind of bank?" And she said, "Well, when you go fishing, you sit on a bank." Okay. And I said, "How do you know that?" And she said, "My dad takes me fishing every weekend." And I knew from my experiences and from the studies that I did with my degree that her personal knowledge was going to teach her to read.
Wow.
And after several, stories,
yeah,
she actually had the children do a standing ovation when she read the first page of chapter 2 from her second grade book. It was wonderful. That's how my program started.
Yeah,
and I've been
5 years
doing it.
Yeah,
55 years. Yeah. I've only been doing the program though since I've been nonprofit since 1999, but the program started in 1986.
Okay.
And so I developed it then. And
so tell us, how can we help you?
Well, I became in 1999, I became a nonprofit. This wonderful gentleman, I worked with his grandson and two of his grandson's friends. And he said he was so enamored by what I was doing that he wanted to help me become a nonprofit. So I have areas and organizations like foster care, and I have a group that I'm collaborating with in San Bernardino. They work with 180 families, and a lot of those families, their adults can't read, so they cannot get jobs. And I want to help them to improve their reading skills and actually apply for jobs that they want. Right. So the donations would be just very, very helpful to help me because the people get the reading for free.
Right, so, the people that you help. Right. And it's tax deductible, you guys. Just think
yes.
That. There's so many different areas that we can actually give our money as far as tax deductible and, people, food, clothes, things like that. But I think reading is so important because that actually helps people to help themselves, if they're able to read and get jobs and things like that, right?
Right. And the way that I do want to share with you that my program was created with 5 researchers. I didn't just put it together from, I researched it. And one of the researchers is Paulo Freire, who actually taught 450 migrant workers to read in 45 hours. And I use his theory as an anchor because the migrant workers told their stories.
Wow.
And that's what the children do. So I have other special ed people, Grace Bernald, who created the visual, auditory, tactile, kinesthetic. She taught children how to actually trace words in the sand so that they could feel with it, and they memorized the spelling of the words and the words. And then this woman who wrote a book called Teacher, Sylvia Ashton Warner, she taught kindergarten, first grade, and in the morning gave them an opportunity for a word of the day.
Yeah.
So they accumulated all these big words, and it just
great.
came to me, and I put it all together, and I've been doing it now since
Wow.
1986. And all of these kids were told they'll never get to college, and I have college graduates.
Wow. That's
And
incredible.
it's amazing what they
Yeah.
do.
So tell us, yeah, that's incredible. Those stories are incredible. I'm so, because people don't put reading. I mean, reading is so important. It's like our everyday life, If you don't know how to read, then it's not going to help you get a job or get further in life where you need to go. So it's so important, and it is tax deductible. You guys think about that. How can someone get in touch with you if they're actually looking to help you so you can help others?
Well, through my website, which is www.write read lead, and write is spelled like writing, WRITE, and it would be writereadlead.org. And there's a way that they can be on the website and donate. They can call me. There's a phone number on the website, and I would love to work with children that they know, personally. They can recommend either their own children or children that, maybe a nephew or a niece to, and so many children have learning disabilities and dyslexia, and adults do too. And, so I have worked with a couple of adults. So there are people in their 40s that say, I really want to do this,
Yeah.
but I don't have the reading skills.
Yeah.
And everything I've tried, especially since I'm 40, has not worked. So because mine is so different. And it's a combination of things. They start with writing. So there's a researcher that says what you think you can say, what you say you can write, and what you write you can read. So I start writing for them. And it includes vocabulary, it includes spelling, it includes actually comprehension. So I ask questions of their stories.
Okay.
And
Wow.
it's amazing,
Wonderful. Wow.
what they do.
That's incredible. We are so fortunate to have her, you guys. And if you know of anyone, like your grandkids, your kids, friends, family, whomever, but also donating for a cause that's tax deductible. If you're
Right.
looking for something,
Right.
it's right.
And I've had wanting to do the foster kids
Yeah.
because they go around and their education is just not consistent.
Yeah.
So if they had reading skills, they could take their books wherever they went, and they wouldn't miss all of the reading classes that school has.
Right. Amazing. They're incredible. She's absolutely incredible. You guys reach out to her. Write, read, lead.org. Is that right? Did I get it right?
That's correct.
Okay, you guys.
Yeah.
And that's WRITE, read, lead.org. Did I get it?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much for being with us. You guys, please reach out to Dr. Suki Stone. She's helping others, and you can too. Take care, everyone.
It's just a pleasure.
Yeah. Stay safe. Be blessed, everyone. Bye-bye.